It's showtime, guys. Nice to have you guys on today's live session. Uh, Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever part of the world you might be watching me from. I'm Jeffrey Benson, showing live here again on YouTube to explain chart analysis on Monday to you guys. So basically, today's class is just going to be straight to the point, and we're not going to take too much time. And the reason why that is because you'd see that I'm not really home, right? But I'm still gonna give you guys the content as it should be, as it should be, as it should be. Now, let me know where you guys are joining me from, your location and your name in the chat box. Okay, nice. So this is Stanford Musa. I'm from Zambia, and we have other people who are joining from all over the world. So just drop in your location, then let's get started. So while you guys are dropping your location, let me just into you guys with something that's about to come up pretty soon, pretty soon, pretty soon. So right here at Fire Peeps, with my team on trading on YouTube right here on my channel, you guys have better be subscribing because we are coming in with more content that's going to take you from zero knowledge on forex trading to 100 shoot like crazy speed. All right. So before I continue, let me just take in the names. Okay, we have Rwanda from Rwanda, Timothy from Kenya, from the other state, Michael from Canada, Edo State, Rwanda, Nigeria, Ebony, Amino Kano, Michael from Canada again, Fabrice Cameroon. Fabrice is from Cameroon. We have people from Ghana. We have people from okay, Ghana, Asaba, Ghana again, Ghana. Wow, today Ghanaians are well represented. Ghanaians everywhere. Nice to have you guys here. And the truth is, the more you show up for this Monday's sessions, the more you get to get this whole thing well enough and faster. The more you keep checking your charts, the more you keep following through back to back, the more you get to actually just have this thing stick to your brain. All right. That's just how it's basically work. I think it's a law of attraction or something. Whatever that you spend your time with, you keep checking over and over and over and over and over again, it just becomes yours. All right, good. I see some people still playing around in the chat box. Man, someone is saying it's from Mars. How will you join us from Mars when you're not Elon Musk? I don't even think Starlink is there. I don't even think Starlink is there. I don't think Starlink is in Mars. So how you joining? You just love to play. All right, nice. We even have people from Libya, Cuba. Nice to have you come out. Nice to have you guys. Nice to have you guys. So now let's get started. So what I said I was going to tell you guys is there are many things that you guys should just be in anticipation on this channel because if you are not subscribed, you just hit the subscribe button and also click the like button so that this video can be recommended to as many people that would want to see this type of content. And so the first thing is chart analysis. On your chart, there are different kinds of analysis that you could be. Now I see people badmouthing another person. Oh, you don't know how to do. Instead of buy, you are selling. Instead of selling, you are buying. And I've seen people actually buying in a resistance, and you be left and you be thinking, what was this guy thinking when he clicked this buy button? Did he actually do a proper analysis? Why did this guy click this buy button? And I've also seen some professionals. They are professor in buying when market is selling. They are professors in selling when market is actually buying. So what I thought brought about this all of these things is because they don't really understand chart analysis. So I know some people here would actually testify. They know all these things I'm saying. They know if you're wondering, like this market is always monitoring me. Why is that? Whenever I click buy, that's when the market starts selling. And then okay, since I bought, the market started selling. So let me reverse what I was doing. Then they in turn change their buy and they started selling. Immediately they click sell, market start buying, and then they blame it on village people. No, it is not village people. It is just you don't understand chart analysis. So that's why I'm here today to demystify what that chart analysis. That's what chart analysis are. So imagine this guy now, Henry FX, say yes, like me now. Maybe he's probably buying right now. Our market is selling crazily now. Let me show you. Let me show you what I just mean. So for those who are joining this call for the first time, maybe you're just seeing me for the first time. I'm Jeffrey Benson. Get ready to see the market in real life, not painting scenarios that do not really actually that do not exist. I'm painting what human struggle, what every trader go through every now and then. I also go through same. So when I'm done with this class, you guys will understand how important chart analysis is, the types of chart analysis, which one you should be choosing and which one you should do it, which one you should be doing, and how to choose the one that is best for you. All right. So, but just interact with this. I'm sure somebody right now, for some reasons that we don't even know, and him himself doesn't even know, is actually buying here. I'm telling you, there must be somebody right now that is currently long at this point. And when you come on the chat, you be like, after the chat has played out, because you also might also know. When you come on the chat after the chat has played, you're like, why? What give this guy morale to start buying when market is actually dropping, or maybe someone trying to buy here, just like catching a falling knife. That's crazy. Catching a falling, what will happen? Your hand will get torn to tear your hand. Not like that's what happens. So somebody said I don't start with violence. No, I will only tell you guys how it is, what is actually going on. How it's actually going on. Mind is already somebody saying now maybe that. So chart analysis is what you need to understand. Chart analysis. So let's go. So chart analysis, there are three types of chart analysis. I'm not going to just waste too much of your time, guys. Like my network is messing up, it's lagging. It's lagging. Let me check real quick and see who's lagging who's making my network to lag. Who is that person? I hope it's not these guys. I don't want me to teach you guys chart analysis. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I just want to make sure we're cool. Let me see now. All right. I think it's better now. Yeah, it's better. It's a lot more faster on my end. I think we can go. So maybe someone was trying to call my phone. I'm sharing hotspot from because I'm not using Wi-Fi. Somebody said I should buy Starlink. I don't have money on my phone. You want these payment processors to finish my money? Something that they're selling for 260 something thousand. You want me to pay 460 something? Why? Why? All right. Okay, so let's go. So there are different types of charts analysis. All right. The commonest one, we have technical, we have fundamental, and we have sentimental. Now this might still be big English. Now let me break it down. Fundamental analysis and type of analysis, chart analysis that you have to do looking at your macro and micro economic news. Like the same way we had, you all already know that we just recently concluded the presidential election in Nigeria. Now let's say Naira was actually featured. Now this is a bad thing to give as an illustration because our Naira chart, nobody's willing to trade it. I don't know why, but let's still go on. So you guys know that we just have a presidential election right now in Nigeria. Now, the process of announcing results and the tension of collation should actually have an effect on the naira. It strengthens the naira or it makes it to what to decline. And even the process of now after collation, when Dino Melaye was arguing, Dino Melaye is someone that was representing the PDP was arguing. So all these things should cause spikes in the market. Even when INEC was about to announce whether or not it is the results we like or not, at least they announced the results. Whatsoever that should actually affect the currency strength, right, at any time. Let's say, for example, we are trading USD Naira or Naira USD as the case may be. So, the process of doing fundamental analysis will require us to be abreast with the current happening in Nigeria, whether political, economical, whether social, anything at all that has to do with the Nigerian economy as it affects the currency. That's how it just basically work. Now you also have to factor this in whenever United States they are doing whenever United States is doing their what's it called their presidential election. Imagine you trading dollar in time of election. It's always very volatile because we don't know the next happening that might happen. So that's fundamental analysis. Now the question is, how can I keep abreast with this news? Because that might really be so complex to be able to watch all the channels, go to CNBC, go to CNN, go to Al Jazeera, all these news channel. Yes, we have got a channel that will help you to keep track all of this fundamental analysis. Now, this will take me to this first website. There are about three that I could just share with you guys. There are about three websites that are reliable that I actually use from time to time. So, the number one that I always love to use is Forex Factory, forexfactory.com. So you know what, I'm also just going to copy it and paste it in the chat box so you can just go ahead and click on that and then you should take it. In fact, just look at it on my chat already. So it's open. So let's open. So why do I have it open? Forex Factory, I use them for two things. Number one, to check my current news so that I will know how to react. Most of the time, I check this news in order for me to stay out. And some other time, I check this news so that I will know how to best take advantage after this news has occurred. Now I'm just going to break it down so that you guys will even know how to read this and then know how to why you should be using it. So because I know how to use it, that's why I've actually formulated reasons and why or how to use them for myself. So if I believe if I explain everything to you, you guys will be able to understand how to best use it. So on Forex Factory, this is the link. Let me copy this link and drop for you guys. So just in case, this is the website URL. All right, you want to go there and just check it out when you can. After, don't click out of this video, but when after this video, you can go check it. So you would notice with Forex Factory, the most important thing about this website, yes, there are a lot of things going on, but the most important thing you should just focus on is this column. From here, this is the calendar that tells you the news that to happen and the currency that it would affect. Remember earlier, I cited an example using the Nigerian election because that is the recently most completed election that I know of. That's what I'm using to do as an example. But do not expect to see Nigeria as a currency right here because we are not major. We don't have the major currency. All right, we don't use the major currency. Let me put it. I don't want to put my country down because we are the best. We are the first in the whole world. Act of being patriotic. All right. So what you have to know is the first thing you see to your first left column, you see it's Monday and the date, March 6th, at the time of making this live session. So this declares the date and this one declares the time when the news will be released. And there are times that you see tentative. Tentative simply means this would happen, most especially when they are having like meeting, maybe like Senate, House of Common, House of Lords, as we have it in the UK. And yeah, it depends. Tentative, maybe the governor have to speak or stuff like that. Like Governor Bailey, that guy troubles the market a lot. All this other guy, their speeches, that's where you can have tentative. But apparently, this 1 p.m. I mean, this time actually tells when this news is going to be released. Like this next one is going to be released by 4 p.m. today, and it's going to be affecting this current. This side declares the currency which is going to be affected. So this is going to be affecting Canadian dollar, all right, and it's also going to be affecting the United States dollar. The next thing you want to see the impact levels. We have the low impact level, which is represented by the color yellow. We have the medium impact, which is represented by the color orange. And we have the high impact, which is represented by the color red. So what's really most important is staying away from these high impact ones, red, because these red ones make that particular currency pair go crazy as at when it is released. So that's what fundamental analysts are concerned about. So the real deal about fundamental analysis is it doesn't just end here. So let's say, for example, we are planning on wanting to trade this news by 4 p.m. This Canadian news, that's this IVA PMI. All right. What we just have to do is to click on this folder that shows details. So this is going to give us details of what happened, how did they get the source of this news, what is the measures, what is the usual effect, the frequency, what is the next release date, and what is the note, and why do traders care about this. So you can just read all of these notes right at this detail. All right. So let's fast forward to the most important thing. Now you want to pay attention to the actual, also pay attention to forecast, also pay attention to previous. I'm zooming in for the benefit of those who are on phone. So actuals actually tell us this day when this news event is released, what was the figure? All right. So this will determine how the currency pair is going to behave on this special day. All right. Let me make sure. Let me check the comment section. Hope everyone is following me. Hope everyone is following me. Okay, amazing. Okay, amazing. So everyone is following me. Imagine I'm teaching. This one is exchanging greeting. Who is Big Zaddy? Stop that. Don't distract us. All right. So the forecast tells you what the macro and micro economists actually forecasted, the experts in this field. And previous tells us this was the previous data that was released, the time passed. So to read this news now, so the previous time that this news was released, it was 60.1. All right. And the forecast that they're having is 55.9. All right. And then you can just check this graph to see the fall and rise ever since the time that this news was always being released. This is just the metrics that shows the metric from since the beginning of time. I believe that makes sense. So this is how the fundamental analysis work. So most times, whenever you have any news, whether it's electoral, like political, economical, social, anything at all, anything, it would always reflect in this Forex Factory. So their job is to always go and check. Their job is to always make sure they go check current news as it affects any currency that which we are trading, and then they put it out here. This is the first website that I use. Then you can also use investing.com. Investing.com. So we have that, and you could also use myfxbook.com. Apparently, we're just repeating everything is the same thing. So, but when you get to investing.com, what you have to do is just to go for their calendar. So you want to come to tools, and you come to economic calendar. So you want to click on that. While that is loading up, let's go on my FX book. So on my FX book, you want to also come to economic calendar. Click on that. So here's it. So my FX book have a little bit of more advanced user interface, but whether it's advanced or not, all I just want to see is the current news. Hope it's following, hope it aligns with whatever I want to do. I'm seeing it clearly and I understand it. So any one of these three that you understand best, flow with them. Everything still repeats. The first one is the date, the time that is left to the time of the news release, and the event, the impact, the previous data, the consensus, the actual, and all none. So now here's what is important. Any one of them that you choose is fine. All right. But there are some news that will be present in my FX book, but Forex Factory doesn't deem if it, they don't deem if it to actually display it on their website. They don't think it's going to move the market, so they don't display. But my FS book have more of those things. You can check. And investing.com also have that. So while starting out, you can use all of them side by side to do comparison as to which one you want to be following through to get your news source. And then, but the one I just solely use is Forex Factory because that is the easiest for me to reach. And I think it's just enough. They provide more enough. So I recommend Forex Factory over the others. I believe that's clear. That's fundamental chart analysis. So with these guys, they didn't even have to come to chart to say, oh, okay, this is double bottom, double top, this is the high and low of the week, or this is the trend line, or this is support, resistance. None of their business. All they just care about is, okay, let's say, for example, the time of Donald Trump and Joe Biden. So they already have information that, okay, if Donald Trump wins, for example, USD is going to do way better, or depending, I'm just giving instances. And if Joe Biden wins, maybe USD is going to perform poorly, or maybe neutral, sideways. So these guys, they just get this information, they are waiting. So each time, let's say, for example, Joe Biden, when Joe Biden won, right, all you just have to do is to come to the pair like GBP USD and then go ahead and buy GBP USD. When you do buy on GBP, that simply means you are buying GBP and you are selling dollar. So, say for example, I know some of you might not really understand. For example, we go on Forex Factory, and by the time this Canadian news is released by 4 p.m., and let's say the data was negative, that is, card was affected, it's to be weak. What do we do on USD card? Type that question, type the answer in the comment section. Let's say card is going to be weak with the news release. What do you do on USD card? So if you would answer that, if you go on USD card and you click sell USD card, buy USD card, you are correct. But when you say buy USD card, you're saying dollar is going to be strong and card is going to be weak. And you're going to go to GBP card, which is Great British Pound, Canadian dollar. You're going to click on buy. If you do buy GBP, because you are buying GBP and you are selling Canadian dollar. All right. So that's all you're going to do all across platforms. That's how, because whenever you are, whatsoever you select, whether you are buying or selling, you're actually inferring, you are doing that to the base currency. Base currency is the first currency. So in this case, where we have GBP USD, the base currency is GBP, while the quote is USD. So when the card is the base currency, so you're going to do sell card dollar, for example. But there's no, by according to the International Standardization Organization, there's nothing like that. I'm only giving instance, just in case. Let's say, for example, we had a case where card came first before USD, but I think we have card JPY. So in case of card JPY, you go on card JPY and do sell card JPY. What that simply means is you are selling card to buy JPY. That's just a simple meaning. I'm sure you guys are actually getting it. I'm sure you guys are actually getting it. Okay, makes sense. So somebody say buy card, buy USD card. Correct. Correct. So you guys are getting it. You guys are getting it. Somebody wants me to recap. That's why we have live recording on. So you can come and watch again. I'm sure you definitely will understand. Sorry, time will not allow me to recap. Sorry. All right. So that's the first type of chart analysis, fundamental. Then the next one, which I want to talk about, is sentimental. Sentimental doesn't really have much to do with you taking decision, okay, really fast. What I love about sentimental, in my opinion, I actually think sentimental shouldn't be used as a left alone type of analysis, chart analysis. Why? I mean, just based on sentiment, it cannot be people's emotion. Sentimental analysis requires you focusing on what is the biggest sentiment in the forex market right now. Who is what's the bigger traders? What are they doing most? Are they buying? Are they doing more buys, or are they doing more of sell? What are they doing? Are they panic selling? So really just create a community to make you think that they're actually buying. Meanwhile, they have sell in their mind. So that's why sentimental analysis can really be tricky, and I don't think it should be left alone type of analysis. I believe that makes sense. Okay, so now let's go to the one that I do, that I always teach people to do, which is technical analysis. Now, please kindly get me right. I'm not saying everybody should be a technical analyst. Obviously, some people detest the idea of doing technical. In fact, people don't even think it works. Some people think that they prefer fundamental analysis. Trust me, anyone at all that you prefer, it just work for. In as much as the money is coming in, trust me, you're just good. You're good. You're good. All right. So now the number of people on this live call, I don't like it. We have 666, 666. Can somebody just leave or somebody join so that we can just change this number? I don't like this number right now. I'm saying. All right. So share this link with someone else. Let them join so that this number can bump up. We want to change this live number of people on this live from six. Okay, it's now 664. Why you guys leaving? Shouldn't leave. Instead, you should increase. Because I said someone leave. No, you don't want to leave. All right, so now let's go. um. Okay. Now let me show you how technical analysis work in terms of pure price action. Pure price action. Pure price action that you've never seen before. Like you've never seen before. Oh, now let me show you. Uh-huh. So first, with technical analysis, you have to understand that you need a charting platform where you can actually see the chart history, and then you'll be able to tell the future from what has happened in time past. That's just technical analysis. Technical analysis is the ability to look to your left hand side, which is your left history, to predict what is going to happen later in future or in the nearest future. So we are able to tell that markets will likely reverse here, will touch here and react and pull up. Why? Because it has happened in time past. Because when trend line go here, price touch this trend line, touch this one. We also know that later on, if price touch this trend line on this psychological level, boom, we're going to have a reaction, either to break to the downside or to break to the upside or to hold and move to the upside. Pure technical analysis. So now, how best can you study technical analysis so you can understand it in terms of uh, price action, pure price action? Good. So what you could do is always uh, go on higher time frame so that you can see the longer time, to see how opinions are being formed in longer time, to see where the trend is actually headed in the longer term, and for you to also see um, the bigger picture basically. So checking on this 4 hour time frame on GBPSD, though we just left an uptrend, a short uptrend, but you see that we just broke out from an uptrend, and we're actually sailing to the downside. So that's when we are having consecutive highs, low, uh, lower high, and the next one is going to be lower low, lower high, lower low. So that's when you know you're in an up, in a downtrend rather. All right. I believe that's clear. That's regarding trend. So if you want to get more detailed video regarding pure price action, I think I've done a couple of videos regarding this. So I just want to jump to a part where I want to lay emphasis on today. So if you want to check video on pure price action, let me show you that on our YouTube channel. I think you should have it here. I've done a couple of live sessions where I just basically talk about pure price action. So you may want to go check that out. And thank you guys. The community is really growing. You're currently 93K subscribers. If you can just subscribe if you're new to this place, I really appreciate. But if I've not convinced you well enough, or I've not given you reasons why you should subscribe, I'm about to do that. So if you're not subscribing because of this live session, please subscribe for this video, which is price action plus psychology class. Yeah, I talked strictly about price action on this video, And I also talked about pure price action. I think so a couple of weeks back, price action on GBPSD right here. I talked about price action on this video. So this video was 1 month ago. Pure price action, another one again right here. So please, even if you don't watch any of this video or you're not subscribing for anything, please subscribe for because of this video, because this video is just strictly pure price action. Things I look out for before I either long or short in financial market. All right. So now let me show you something. One more thing before we call it a day. I'm not going to waste too much of your time. Something that really helps me. That really helps. It's crazy. It's crazy. This time is crazy. Now, do you know how best I make decision with financial market? This is lame episode. If I plug in a power connection, and yes, you guys already know my strategy. Okay, but here's one secret that I think you guys should have as a takeaway today, and that is entry. Entry. How do I determine entry? I think that should be a question that should call for concern. How do I know that okay, this is a bad entry? Let's exit. I remember like last week, one I was really able to see sport one trade last week because I was just been busy. But the trade I spotted, I knew it was fast for me to tell that okay, no, this is a bad trade. Up out of this trade, like this trade. It was easier for me to tell my team, guys, oh, stop selling right now. Yeah, it's a bad trade. And then they left with little loss or no loss for those who opted out really early. All right. So how was I able to know that this was a bad trade? I mean, if you're able to tell a bad trade from a good trade, I'm sure some of you would not be holding on to your losses for 1 week. You see a scalper turning to swing trader, all because he doesn't want to take loss. I'm not even gonna lie, this job is hard. I'm telling you. You see somebody that is teaching you how to be a day trader turn into a swing trader because he doesn't just want to agree to losses. So if you understand this technique I'm about to teach you now, trust me. Uh okay. Let's double tap and then bring it to the text. So entry game. Uh entry game. Good. So the number one thing I look out for in terms of entry game is first let me see how people are interacting in the comment section. Just I don't want to be I want to carry everybody along. I just want to make sure you guys are following me. Somebody said, Mr. Jeff, you haven't been posting in Telegram. Yes, sorry, that's because there are no active signals. There are no active signals, right? But I mean, active signals. I'm not getting. I don't want to give you signals that. I don't want to give you signals that you probably you start thinking. You start looking at me as Asiwaju. No, 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 no. I want to give you correct signals. Correct signals. You start thinking I want to read the system. No, I don't want that. I'm not in it. I'll give you correct signals for you. This is really lagging. I don't know. Can you guys hear me now? Okay, I think okay. You guys are good. You guys are good. What is your advice for a student that wants to become a trader? Okay, just hold on. I'm going to take some of these questions pretty soon. Let's finish up with what we've got with the topic that we're currently in on. Okay. Okay, good. So it seems everybody's with me now. So let's go. Everybody has been with me. I'm just double checking. Double checking. We are on the same page. So the entry game. Number one, you have to have at least three conferences. Have your conferences listed out. Have your conferences that are like on my trading desk. I have my conferences always listed out. So what does this even mean? So say for example, there are three things that I want to use to get into a trade. Maybe like trend line. I want to see trend line. I want to see support and resistance. I also want to see candlesticks formation, chart pattern. So if I see these three things, and if they're telling me to buy it, then I'll go ahead and buy. All right. If two is telling me to buy, and the other one is not so sure, I'm not going to get in. So I have to make sure I wait till the time the three of them both aligns and they're telling me exact same thing. It make sense. So that's that on have your conferences. Then the entry game thing is always have a predetermined risk or stop loss. Or let me put it to set your stop loss. What you can risk. Set your stop loss to what you can risk. Simple. Say for example, every day that I wake up, I want to risk say $3,000 every day. That's my risk appetite sometimes. There are times I want to risk 30,000. There are times I even want to risk the whole of my account when I'm flipping. All right, that works just based on mood. All right, so I want to make sure that, say for example, if it is 20 pips that it puts, but that is going to give me negative of $1,000, I know that that's what it is. That's my entry game. Don't worry. You'll be like, is that how you know when to hop out? What the is about? No, hold on. These things are catalysts to where we are heading to. Just keep writing notes. Don't be faster. Don't be faster than me. Just keep writing notes. All right. Set your stop loss to what you can afford to risk every day. Then the next thing, now this is the real deal. So, say for example, every day I want to risk 20 pips, and that 20 pips amount to my uh, $3,000 loss, for example. Hmm? And that's what I'm willing to take every day, $3,000. So, what I will have in mind is, if I'm to risk this $3,000 right now, yeah, and how many trades do I need to place that's going to give me negative, and what lot size do I need to have on this that will give me a negative of $3,000, that will make me max out. Okay, and if I'm able to say, let's say for example, one standard lot size, for ease of calculation, please, I'm just going to be using figures so that it will be easy for me to calculate. Let's say 1,000 loss, I mean, one standard lot size, if it pulls against me 20 pips, I'm going to be losing, say, usually one standard loss size, if it pulls against me 20 pips, I should be losing $200. Let me use another example. I want one standard lot to give me one negative of $1,000. So let's say I'm using a stop loss of 100 pips, because 100 pips, one standard lot size gives me 100, I mean $1,000 loss. I'm using a stop loss of 100 pips. So if my one entry goes negative on 100 pips against me, then that would mean that I'll be losing $1,000 on one entry. That is, I'll need three entries in order for me to get to my personal mass daily loss that I've set for myself. That makes sense. So now, each time you place trade, now you have to do risk assessment. Where this one coming? Risk assessment. Now, what is risk assessment? Now, this trade I'm about to enter. Let me click OK on this one. This trade I'm about to enter right now. Let me use last on this trade as an example, on Friday's trade. This trade I'm about to enter, if I'm to get in with three standard lot size, all right, do I have a chance of this trade giving me at least 1 to 2 risk to reward? That's part of risk assessment, all right? That's one question you have to ask yourself. The next question is, this trade I'm about to enter, if it withsaw against me about 1 to 3 risk to reward right now, if it withsaw against me and I lose $3,000, what if the next opportunity comes out today? Are there chances of a better opportunity than this coming out later in the day? If it is yes, then I'm going to cut my risk either by half or by 25%. What does that mean? Say, I could either decide to risk in London session, I could either decide to risk half of my daily risk, and in and then in New York session, I cannot decide to risk the remaining half. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. How to think about it. All right. So that is what we mean here. Now that's the risk assessment. Now do not overthink this risk assessment, because everything will just come together. Make sure it's like in form of you're just ticking boxes, like yes or no boxes, yes or no boxes. Trust me. I know you may come here, oh Jeff, give us analysis. Let's do buy and sell. But trust me, this is what will give you money and make you keep the money in the long term. Make you keep the money, trade conservatively or trade aggressively. At least, even when you're trading aggressive, you should actually at least know what you're trading. Some people, they're just trading, they don't even know what they're trading. That's the truth. So it's important, whether you're trading aggressively or you're trading conservatively, it is important to know what you're doing. Whether you're trading to buy Lamborghini or you are trading to buy a Kia Picanto, know what exactly you are even trading. Because if you can trade to buy any one of them, that's what means this result can be actually replicated, at any time. All right. Uh okay. I don't know. Don't worry, I'll come to questions. I'm seeing questions already buzzing in the comment section. Don't worry, I'll come. So these are the things that you have to check out for your entry game now. For me, um, I don't know why this guy's question popped up. For me, I look forward to I love to calculate risk. Which one is best for me at this particular time? So that's why I see I'm very cautious in getting in on a trade. So if I get in on a trade, I don't enter without, I don't enter because I have to make sure that it's really I'm calculating because whenever I'm correct, I go tap 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 tap, I stack in multiple times. So if it's not, just imagine stacking really fully in a trade that you're not sure of. That would be disastrous. So now let's go back again to our analysis. So talking about entry, set your stop loss to what you can risk assessment, have your conferences listed. So and then the last thing is do not lie to yourself. This is the last part where you have to do the machine work, the brain work. Do not lie to yourself. There are times that you study your chart pattern, you have seen price action, you have seen pure price action. Each time I see a pattern like this, I know that the market is not going to go in my direction. Why is my laptop freezing? You guys are hanging my laptop for no reason. What have I done? So now each time I see a pattern such as, see, we have seen now, why was I looking to take this trade for a sell? Why? There's a low of the week right there from last week, and there's a psychological level which is 1.19500 that is also close. So we're anticipating that M was going to form. So this was the first leg, and this is happening to be the second leg. So what vitiates this, or what invalidated this analysis was that we had a bullish candle that was bigger than this bearish candle that was to confirm our move. So that was why we changed our mind immediately. So you should have patterns. Now, how was I able to know these patterns? From back testing. That's where the last point, if this laptop would allow me, I would have shown you why back testing is important. So this is where back testing comes in, your knowledge about pure price action. So if you understand price action clearly, you find out that each time a bigger bullish candle comes out to take out the candle like this, then that means we are seeing a very strong uptrend. All right. So hence, I told my team guys, so stop selling right now, hop out from yourself and just to watch. And neither do buys, because you see, if you are done by, you might just see a flash to the downside that may just take you by surprise. And we don't want to be in that kind of market situation. Because the market is not a buy doesn't mean it's a sell, and vice versa. Because it's not selling doesn't mean it's going to buy. It can be consolidating. And that's really frustrating. That's the worst type of market you want to be in. So that is that regarding that. So now you already understand things you need to put into consideration for you to up your entry game, have your conferences listed, set your stop loss to what you can actually risk, and do a risk assessment, which is what I've told you guys. And then the last one, no, I think it's better. Let me add the last one. The last one is make sure risk assessment and then do back test. Understand chart pattern. Everything is under back test. So you get to understand this chart pattern by doing your back test regularly, doing back test. For me, I prefer forward testing, like using maybe funding $100 account to forward test. There you have emotion included and all of that, not just doing a demo back test or just using AI to picture everything. That works, but it's not going to be as effective as doing a forward test. Trust me. So that's that. Now let me take some questions, then I will call it a day. I told you guys we're not going to take too much time today. We're not going to take too much time. Somebody said it doesn't have my handle. Write it here. You don't have my handle. Write it here so I send you. Oh, I'm sure this is not me or something. If you don't have my handle, check the description box. It's there. Maybe you're just chatting with someone else here. Now I saw someone. I mistakenly projected a particular question to the screen. Someone said he was harassed by Nigerian police, saying that forex is illegal in Nigeria. That's not true. They just wanted to take money from you. Maybe they also saw some other incriminating thing on the phone. But trust me, forex is not illegal. Even central bank is actually trading forex. I'm tempted to say Buhari is trading forex. But I don't know. Sorry, I don't know about that. But I'm tempted to say it. But everybody is doing forex now. It's not illegal stuff. Uh, how to trade $12, $12 USD account? How? Come on, call God. Though. 12 USD is if you're trading this type of account, be ready to risk crazy. Be ready to risk a lot. Be ready to risk a lot. I mean, be ready to risk almost everything, or maybe like 50% on one trade. Make sure 0.01 is your friend. Make 0.01 your friend, and then do not stack. Basically, build it up to say about $100 before you can conveniently start placing other maybe faster trades. But just take it easy, small, small. Somebody said use your 12 years to chop. I beg. Why? Why do you have to do that? Hey, no way. These guys don't want to do that. So, what's my trade outlook for this week? Great question. Thank you. I almost forgot that. So, my trade outlook for this week, right, is I'm looking for prices to surge to the upside. Maybe price this guy bouncing up to this extent and then boom. So my overall outlook is to sell, 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 sell. Why? If you check on the main trend, which is 4 hour time frame, you notice that we're in on a sell trend. So this is just impulse move, consolidation, and then we should have more impulse to the downside. Pretty simple, right? So we should be looking forward for sell. But right now, if you must trade this Monday and you want to make profit, if you must make profit right now, buy. Buy it towards to this somewhere around this extent and then you can leave. Right now, buy. Why? We're having a second bounce. Trend line, W is about to form here, and then we're also having psychological level. So it's a buy for me right here. But the overall outlook long term, guys, is to sell or in a sell trend for the rest of the week. Right now, buy is looking more decent, right? So I believe this is clear. So let's go on with other questions. Um, Okay, what is the advice for a student that wants to trade a pro? I want to become a pro trader. Good. Being a student gives you a very huge advantage, but also it is tasking in that you have to tasky job. Like forest is not easy and school work too. If you want to come out with first class, it's not easy. Anyway, school is easy. Now you want to graduate with first class. That's why. But it is easy if you just want to come out with a pass. I mean, easy peasy. But it's not gonna be easy for you at home because your mom is gonna break your head or your parents. But one thing you have to do is make sure you have timetable. You really have to strike a balance between your schoolwork and trading. With trading, it's simple. In as much as you have 2 hours every day free, if you've got 2 hours every day free for your time, oh no, I plugged the wrong cable. In as much as you have 2 hours free every day from your time, I mean, you have to make sure the 2 hours is that the beginning of London or the beginning of New York. All right. With that, you're fine. You just have the timetable and do more back testing. Maybe at night when you're probably free or anytime that you're free, 2 hours to set it aside, do back testing, do back testing, do back testing. All right. Now, someone is asking, do I trade synthetic indices? No, not at all. I don't trade synthetic indices. All right. Now, however, you can use my strategy to kill synthetic indices. I see most of my students are using to kill even US steady, NASDAQ, synthetic in boom and crash. People are using it on VIX 75 and all those other synthetic indices. It works. So it's pure price action. It works on anything. I see someone is for testing better than back testing. Obviously, for testing is better. It's better. Just that back testing is cheaper because you just get to go on your chart and then just start checking what has happened 10 past. Now this is be creative. He said I caught 40 pips. I caught 40 pips on GBP USD sell using your strategy. Powerful, amazing. I'm happy that you're killing it. Congratulations, be creative. I'm happy that you're making crazy money. You guys are actually making me proud. And now, every now and then, the reason why I've not been reposting results is because they are really overwhelming. It's coming so much often, and I just think I just have to tune it down so people don't think, okay, this thing are being dealt all or stuff. All right. So soon I will be reposting result again. I'll be posting just as the request comes in return from time to time. All right. So someone is asking, how can I be big as you in Forex? I mean, it's pretty simple. Consistency. Just keep doing these things. Find what works, keep doing it. P-trade. Find what works, keep doing it. So I found what works, so that I keep doing it. So no matter how people try to talk me out of trading just the PSD, I just keep doing it because I know that's what works. All right. I believe that makes sense. Um, I learned Forex. Oh, that went out. So here's okay, I've seen it. I've seen it. Say I learned Forex from you during COVID. Check out my work on YouTube. You changed my life. Amazing. Tales of Emma. I'm going to check you out right now. Tales of Emma. I'll check you out. Powerful. Tales of Emma. Let me check this guy out. Let's check him out together, guys. Tales of Emma on YouTube. Man, I love things like this. Tales of Emma. Let's see if my network. Okay. I notice if I'm charging my laptop and I'm trying to type, It doesn't just work fast. It doesn't work fast. Let me do the period. I really want to see his channel and see what he's doing. Oh, I did the wrong spelling there. Pardon me, guys. I just want to see what he's doing. Yeah, he has 100 subscribers. What's it? What's it? I discovered a repeated pattern because amazing, good stuff. Good stuff he's doing. But I've not watched anything. I'll watch it later and then I definitely. Okay, 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 okay. Let's see. So just basically showing charts, pure price action. Is it price action that he's doing? Is it pure price action? Perfect. I think okay, that's what he's doing. He's doing the exact same thing. Wow, amazing stuff. I'm not subscribing because of anything. I just want to encourage you and make sure you keep creating content. So people are already giving nice comments. You inspired me to trade one pair. Nice, 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 nice. Great stuff. So I just you just got a new subscriber. I just subscribed to you. So guys, let's support our very own brother. Good. Congratulations. I see what you're doing. Nice. Those of you. Uh, so now, okay. So someone just said Tales of Iman to the world. I'm sure you guys are already noticing it. Good. Uh, get us supporting. Okay, what do you do when you have a losing streak for like 2 to 3 days? I stay out of the market. If I've had losing streak for like 2 weeks before, what I just do is I just to stay out of the market for the time being, and then I go back, I find a small account, I do forward testing, then I try again. That's what I do. I stay out of the market like 3 days or 1 week. Come back again, come back really strong, like you will be big. All right, I've done this video, the one you're requesting. I've done a video, or you said do a full video of your strategy and how you trade at the moment, please. I beg, bro. So I've done a video like this. You want to come in? I've done a video like this. I've done a video like this. It's on YouTube. Just check Jeffrey Benson strategy. You definitely will see that. All right, that is the much I can take for today. We spent about 47 minutes on this call, and I think that's just fine. All right, until next time, keep the fire peeping and keep the question coming on all our social media platform. So if you want to get me on a social media platform, you want to contact me, check the link in the description box, and also please kindly subscribe me on YouTube, and then you can comment in the comment section, and I will be in the comment section giving a heart. Thank you guys for coming out. Love you guys. Amazing stuff you guys are doing. Bye.